Welcome back, All Things MSP crew. We are back with another vendor update. My name is Eric Anthony. I'm the founder here at All Things MSP, and we bring you these vendor updates as a service so that you get introduced to new vendors, as well as receive an annual update from all the vendors that are out there who are willing to participate. And today's vendor is one of those. It is Cork, and from Cork, I have Nick Wolf. Hey, Nick, how you doing?
Hey, Eric. Thank you for having me on.
So before we dive into what's new with Cork, go ahead and let me know a little bit about yourself and what Cork is fundamentally before we get on to the good stuff.
Yeah, sure thing. So Cork is a cyber warranty. Essentially, it offers extra layer of financial protection that MSP could resell alongside cyber insurance. It's really designed to be supplemental gap coverage alongside cybersecurity insurance. And it helps MSPs offer discounted cyber insurance that are in more compliance as well. Because we're seeing about a third of cyber insurance policies getting voided out or denied. So that's something our cyber warranty and cyber monitoring platform could offer as well, MSPs. I've been working with MSPs my entire career. I spent about 10 years of my early days over at Datto. Had a great run there, worked with other startups since Datto, and really excited to be here at Cork. Been at Cork for a little over a year now. And for those of you who do not know, Cork is, again, a channel-only vendor. We were founded about 2.5 years ago by Austin McCord, who was the former founder of Datto.
The slide deck.
Yeah, awesome. Appreciate that, Eric. So really what we've done the last year, and our major update here, is that we've integrated with over 24 new vendors. Basically, what we've noticed is that with cybersecurity insurance, typically what has to happen is a lengthy security questionnaire needs to be filled out by the customer. The questionnaire is going to have questions like, who do you use for EDR? Who do you use for patch management? Is MFA turned on, etc. So one of the things that we're looking to solve here at Cork is removing the need to having to fill out that security questionnaire. So what Cork is offering all of our MSPs is a proactive inside-out monitoring platform. This monitoring platform gathers insights, looks for any compliance events that would void out a cyber insurance policy. And we do this using a vendor agnostic approach. So we work with over 36 vendors now, everybody from RMM to EDR to backup to MFA. We want to be vendor agnostic. And what we're able to do is look through all these different vendors and cross-reference them for any misconfigurations, vulnerabilities, or compliance issues that would void out a client's cyber insurance policy if they have cyber insurance, or void out the Cork cyber warranty, which I'll get into a little bit later. So for example, if EDR isn't installed, or if MFA gets turned off, or if backups aren't running, those are all things we're able to proactively alert you, the MSP, to. Whereas typically with cyber insurance, you don't know if those solutions are turned off until a claim actually gets submitted, and you end up getting that claim denied because the investigation says, hey, when we sold you that policy, you told us MFA was turned on, when in reality, MFA was turned off. So we're not paying out. So we're really trying to get a little bit more proactive here with all these different vendor integrations. It's important to know as well, Eric, that with our platform, it's going to be API driven. So there's no software agent that needs to be installed with Cork. We're just tying into your existing technology solutions using an API, whether you're using Datto or Ninja or Kaseya or ConnectWise, the whole gambit, it's all going to be API driven, which means that you could get fully onboarded with Cork in about an hour. And then from there, we could see which one of your clients or endpoints are out of compliance, where if a cyber event happens, they wouldn't get any sort of payout through their insurance carrier.
Okay, so if I'm an MSP and I've got clients, obviously, and I'm helping them with their cybersecurity posture, because that's what all MSPs should be doing, this is going to help me make sure that I'm complying with that insurance company checklist, right?
100%. Yep.
Or at least all the things that Cork can monitor.
Correct. Exactly. As a matter of fact, what we've actually done is partnered with several insurance carriers directly, which will give the client the ability to now get an instant cyber insurance policy quote without the hassle of filling out a security questionnaire. One of our partnerships that we established last year, which is with another MSP vendor called DataStream. They are a cyber insurance broker representing over 40 different cyber insurance carriers. Basically, what an MSP could do is really quite simple. They'll log right on into their Cork dashboard, and that's where they'll see all of their clients. So for my client Bluth here, they're using Ninja for RMM and Bitdefender for EDR and Microsoft for MFA and Acronis for backups. So because we see these cybersecurity tools check in, what we're able to do is share this information directly with DataStream, which is the cyber insurance carrier. And in a couple seconds here, we're going to be able to see how much a cyber insurance quote will be for that client's environment. Again, so because we're monitoring the environment proactively, we're really eliminating the need for MSPs to having to spend hours upon hours filling out 50 pages worth of questions in order to even see a policy. They can now get an instant policy quote, and that policy quote is going to be discounted by roughly 30% if the MSP sold that client a cyber warranty. So there are rewards for customers that do have good cybersecurity hygiene and posture in place.
Okay, and by doing it this way, basically the checklist is electronic. And because you're integrating with, that's probably not the best word, but you're partnering with the insurance company, you know that everything on the list is being checked off. So you become defensible if you need to make a claim with the insurance company because you know that the checklist is always in compliance unless Cork alerts you otherwise.
Correct. Whereas the old-fashioned way of doing insurance is you fill out that checkbox once a year. Yeah, MFA is turned on. Yeah, EDR is installed. But because we're integrating with these tools in real time, we're able to provide compliance reports in real time for the customer as well. So right now, an MSP could easily tell that their client Bluth will not get a cyber insurance payout because Lucille turned off multi-factor authentication and workstation number 2 doesn't have any EDR installed on it. So maybe this slipped through the cracks at the MSP. Maybe they installed their Datto RMM software, but they forgot to install their SentinelOne EDR software, as an example. If things like that are slipping through the cracks, we're proactively letting them know. Whereas typically with cyber insurance, you fill out the questionnaire and you cross your fingers, hoping that you filled out correctly, hoping that cyber insurance is going to pay out, when in reality, we're seeing that about a third of those claims get denied, which is why we want to have a proactive monitoring platform in place to ensure that if your clients are buying cyber insurance, it does indeed get paid out.
Okay, and then give me a little more information about the cyber warranty, because that's different than insurance. When does it cover? How does it cover? Is it something that may cover in the case that the insurance doesn't?
Yeah, great question. So at Cork, there's really 2 types of warranties we end up selling. We offer a $100,000 warranty and a $500,000 warranty. Again, we are selling warranty. We are not selling insurance. An MSP cannot make money on insurance. You have to be a licensed insurance broker in order to sell insurance and make money. A cyber warranty, though, is perfectly legal. This is something that an MSP could bundle into their tech stack and resell to their clients alongside their other cybersecurity tools. So we have a $100,000 and a $500,000 warranty. In an ideal world, this is really designed to be supplemental gap coverage, sold alongside a cyber insurance policy, filling in the blind spots that often get left behind from cyber insurance. So for example, with both of our warranties, we're going to be able to offer the client that proactive monitoring platform that alerts them if there's any lapses of coverage that would lead to their cyber insurance or cyber warranty claim getting denied. Both of our warranties are also providing the client with instant access to funds using a virtual debit card. So the same day there's a cyber attack is the same day we're issuing a virtual debit card with $5,000 to $10,000 on it. That way the client has instant access to cash. Whereas typically with cyber insurance, there's a lengthy forensic investigation that needs to occur. That could take several weeks or several months before the client ever sees any money. Whereas with us, we're giving them fast access to cash the same day. We're also able to cover things like SMS attacks, phishing attacks, email gift card scams, wire transfer fraud payments, all of which are traditionally not covered by most cyber insurance policies that we've typically seen. We're also able to pay off the client's cyber insurance deductible. So let's say the client already has a $1 million cyber insurance policy, which they should because cyber insurance is important. They have a $1 million cyber insurance policy, but in most cases, there's going to be some sort of deductible or retention for that cyber insurance policy. It could be 5, it could be 10, it could be $20,000. With the Cork warranty, we will be the ones paying off that deductible. That way there's no out-of-pocket expenses that the client really has to worry about.
Okay,
On
and
our
that's all out of that $100,000 or $500,000 warranty, right?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Okay. I think that would be really great for some of the smaller MSPs who maybe don't have the cash flow to handle, the expenses that come in with dealing with a breach. So I think that's absolutely great. Now, do you guys consider this kind of, and this might be funny, it might not be, I don't know, kind of the Aflac of cybersecurity?
I would say so. Yeah. I mean, that's why I had my marketing department put a little duck there. Again, because Aflac isn't really designed to replace the primary insurance. It's designed to be that supplemental gap coverage.
Right.
In this example, though, we're not calling it insurance. We're calling it a warranty. That way MSPs are able to resell it and include it as part of their bundle. Whereas if we labeled this as an insurance product, they wouldn't be able to. So it's warranty, not insurance, but very similar to our friends over at Aflac.
And I kind of assumed that because of the image that you put on your slide there. Now, I've got one more question, and that is this just for the clients of the MSP, or is this something that the MSP can do as well?
So it's for both. So this is something that MSPs could resell to their end user customer and make a monthly recurring profit on. We do also offer plans for MSPs to buy to protect themselves internally. So because sometimes MSPs, they can't get cyber insurance because they're considered a high risk target, or if they do have cyber insurance, their cost just doubles or triples. So this is, a good cost effective way to help hopefully lower some of those expenses that MSPs might have while also protecting themselves internally.
Awesome. Well, is there anything else that we should share with the audience before we're done here?
Yeah, just the thing that I wanted to really mention and recap is that we're here for our MSPs. Everything we do is with MSPs in mind, whether it's from a sales standpoint, a marketing standpoint. We have brochures, email campaigns, slide decks, videos, really whatever we can do to make our MSPs as successful as possible. Again, everybody on the team here at Cork is all thinking about our lovely managed service providers. Whether it's our founder, Austin McCord, who was the previous founder of Datto, Ryan Weeks, who was Datto's Chief Information Security Officer. He helps us with all of our security metrics, as well as some other advisors that we have on the team like Urvish Badiani and Rob Ray. They're all guiding us to be as successful as possible here in the MSP space.
It's a great group of people you got there.
Yeah.
So I want to say that this looks like a solution that fits pretty much any size MSP, right? Because so many solutions out there are not accessible to the smaller MSP. And it looks like this works pretty much for everybody.
Yep. I have MSPs that are just one-man shops that have 40 or 50 endpoints managed. And then I have some other MSPs with a couple hundred employees with tens of thousands of endpoints managed. So we really work with MSPs of all shapes and sizes. Our pricing is very aggressive. We come in at about 1/10 of the cost of a cyber insurance policy. And by having a Cork warranty in place, you could end up lowering the cost of that cyber insurance policy by roughly 30 to 40%.
And if it were me, if I were still an MSP, one of the big attractions to me would be the fact that this puts me back in control of making sure that things are compliant.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's a great way to drive stickiness as well, because what a lot of MSPs are doing with our product, at least, is they're bundling it into their other security services. So they're approaching a client saying, hey, Mr. Client, I'm selling you Ninja for RMM and SentinelOne for EDR and Datto for backup and Duo for MFA. And I'm so confident in these tools that I'm selling you that I'm going to put my money where my mouth is and back it and guarantee it with a $100,000 warranty by Cork should any of these parts or components fail. So it really drives a lot of stickiness by saying, hey, Mr. Client, I picked out the best of the best products for you. I'm so confident in these best of the best products that I'm even throwing money behind them should they fail.
That's awesome. Well, Nick, thank you so much for providing this update today. And we wish Cork and you the best in 2025.
All righty. Likewise. Thank you, Eric.